This is a story of treatment. It is a story of little fighters, their ingenuity, courage, and daring. It is a story of hope and how far people can go when they walk hand in hand. Meet Brian, a professional clown. You will see him later in this story. But first, let me corner the DJ.
My name is Henry. I'm a DJ. I was brought here at the age of 5 to start my journey against cancer. As a child, I beat it.
My name is Dan Ayebale. Today, we delve into an unusual phenomenon, childhood cancer. The story leads me to Mbarara district, over 250 kilometers west of the capital, Kampala. My first stop is the Paediatric Oncology Ward at Mbarara Regional Referral Hospital. Commissioned in 2017, the facility is operating way above its 18-bed capacity. It is nevertheless a promise of better days ahead for youngsters from over 20 districts in this region, battling different cancers.
Caring for a child with cancer is quite hectic. It's quite expensive. They need to do investigations, other treatment their own. At times they need to feed well, and the caregivers cannot afford the meals that the children require. They've lost appetite. They don't want the meals that we provide from the hospital and within the hospital.
However, a year ago, its head physician, Dr Barnabas Atwine, released a breathtaking research paper revealing a key obstacle in the treatment of cancer in children. The paper indicated that 77 out of the 343 children diagnosed with cancer in the 2-month research period and had abandoned treatment. I'm here to find out how things are going now.
Most patients abandoned treatment because they lacked money, basically. They lacked money for transport, they lacked money for food, they lacked money for supporting themselves through the treatment. They lacked money also to leave the other children at home taken care of. But basically it was just really mainly a lack of money. But also so many other things, really. Some patients prefer to use traditional therapy or other means of therapy other than medical therapy. Or sometimes patients really just also fear side effects. Some of the drugs we give, as I said, cause a lot of side effects. And sometimes patients really feel that the side effects are really too much for their children, and so they actually stop bringing them. But really the major problem, honestly, is when patients lack support to keep coming and to keep coming for treatment.
Abandonment of cancer treatment is as old as Uganda's cancer response journey. Before it was decentralized, patients and caregivers would only seek treatment at the Uganda Cancer Institute at Mulago National Referral Hospital in the capital, Kampala. But the cost of travel, accommodation during the treatment period, food and nutrition, among other things, pushed as many as 50% of children annually to abandon treatment, sometimes at initiation stage.
They come without their relatives in Kampala, and the only place they know is Cancer Institute. They don't have money to stay somewhere in a hotel, so they end up living in the corridors of the city. But also the transportation affects the care. When they cannot come back to care, they don't continue with the treatment, and that was a big concern because the government has had a lot of investment in medicine.
As it is said, need is the mother of invention. In 2007, Brian Walusimbi, the clown you met at the beginning of this story, was invited by philanthropists to entertain children at the Uganda Cancer Institute. Walusimbi left with a different mind.
I was invited to the Uganda Cancer Institute to do a charity party for children suffering from cancer. I wasn't interested because I didn't know anybody that had cancer. Even the thought of a child having cancer didn't make any sense. So the director of the hospital said, "Why don't you come in and have a look?" I went in for a tour, and I was shocked by what I saw. Children, adults, men and women, all packed up in one small space, tiny room, with tumors coming out of the eyes, mouth, their pretty little faces disfigured by cancer. It was such a painful place to be in, and I decided that there I wanted to do something special for the kids.
Walusimbi and his Blessed Child Foundation opened another home in Mbarara in 2019. That was a year after the hospital posted higher child cancer cases. But how do they zero down on who to support?
We don't entertain children that just walk in from the street, they have a tumor and they walk into our house. No, it doesn't work like that. They must be referred from the hospital. We have a referral process with the hospital where each child is diagnosed, treatment starts, and they fill in a form for that child with the medication the child is currently receiving. They are returned to the hospital. Any other issues that us who are taking care of the child here need to know, and that child is sent over to us. We are given notification that we are sending such and such a child to you. When the child comes with that form, we admit them and start the process of care. We actually have a good number of success stories, very beautiful stories. Some are at home right now, others are here with us. And we have children that were here with us and they were literally staring at death in their eyes. We didn't know they would make it to the morning, but they are now doing so good. Some have grown up into teenagers that are just seeing them and knowing that they beat death is beautiful.
Facilitating some money coming to the hospital was one of the challenges. When you find you fail where to begin. Like for me, I could call this one, that one, where should I begin?
The hostel is providing a 360-degree cover for its beneficiaries. Food, shelter and daily transportation to and from the hospital are provided by the foundation free of charge for each patient and their caretaker. Some of these children spend more than a year at this home. The school-going children also have an in-house teacher to enable them to keep in the loop with their classwork.
D, E, F, G.
Our classes run for 2 hours, sometimes less, depending on the age that we have. Some can't sit for more than 30 minutes. They'll tell you they're tired. So you have to balance. You make sure they study. After that, they do some game. They have a break, then they come back. Why we offer classes, why we offer school here, is to keep the mind busy. Some go to school, they've been schooling, and they'll be on treatment for like a year or even more. So they forget most of the things. So basically here is to keep them know how to count, speak some little English.
Statistics provided by Dr. Barnabas confirm that since the homes were established here, treatment abandonment has drastically dropped from 30% to 9% over the last 2 years at his ward.
I can assure you, if you went to that hostel and look at some of those children would not be there, would either be dead or be at home. Because a number of those children would not have afforded to remain in Mbarara and receive treatment, while either going home or staying in Mbarara really like full time. So when you go there and you look at them, actually, you can just be sure that some of those children would actually not be alive.
Amos Obote of Uganda Cancer Institute says 85% of patients come from the countryside after referral. It is upon this background that the government arguably attempted to replicate the Blessed Child Foundation model to take in more than just children. Near the Cancer Institute, temporary homes were launched in September.
We are working towards finding a permanent place for them. And this way we are saying, we are learning that establishment of any cancer care facility in a low resource center must include a care home for patients coming from far places. For them to adhere to treatment and ensure dignity while in care.
Blessed Child Foundation, at their 4 homes in Mbarara, Kampala and Gulu cities have since hosted and impacted over 6,000 children. Many success stories have been recorded, with DJ Henry among the most notable ones.
I believe children need entertainment through this journey. That's why I come here every Friday to entertain them.